Hello everybody, I wanted to make a quick video about some of the things I'm doing for my tent that I'm building. This is my third tent that I've constructed. This is the first one that I've actually had professionally, the canvas professionally made. I'm just making the all the wood pieces for it. It's tedious. It's tedious. That's really the only word I can use to describe it. What I did for this one is a little different from the previous two tents that I've done. These pieces of wood that I have for both sides of the triangle here, so this triangle here on this side and then the triangle on the opposite side of the A-frame, they're all 1x9s that I got from a lumber yard. So they're rough cut. I still need to sand them down. I still need to, make them pretty, and eventually I'll carve the top of them up here. Before I've just used Home Depot lumber. And I mean, it works. I've definitely, been able to use it and it's been fine, but you can tell it's just, a 2x8 from Home Depot. So this stuff, because it's 1x9, it's a different dimension. It looks different. It has a different feel to it than if you were to just get stuff from Home Depot. And this wood that I'm using for all of these larger pieces, that's all red oak. So I'm not sure exactly how well it's going to hold up season to season, but it is a stronger wood, so I feel like it'll be okay. It's a little more porous, so I will have to make sure that it's completely sealed and everything, but it should be pretty good. As far as the ridge poles, that's what the video is about today, is the ridge poles that I'm making to go across the long sections of my tent here. In the past, I have done dowels. So let me turn around here. These are dowels from Home Depot. They are super expensive. Just absolutely ridiculous expensive, because they're used for banisters, they're used for closets, they're used for things other than making a tent. So I've used these before. They work. This is one that I've had for a very long time, probably 3 or 4 seasons, I would say. And it's held up, but I put a lot of linseed oil in there. I put a lot of time and effort into it. What I'm trying this time, let me turn around here, is actually taking 2x6s and ripping them down the center. So this was a 2x6. It's now a little less than 3 inches in diameter, but I'm just doweling the ends here. And so it's super simple to do. You basically just measure what diameter hole you're hoping to achieve to put into that guy right there, and you just measure that out. You cut it with whatever saw you're using. You could use a jigsaw. I'm using a circular saw, which is a little big for this purpose, but it works. Just cut this shape out, and then you just shape it into a circle. And there's a lot of different ways that you can do that. Matt and I have used angle grinders. They work really well. This is a 36, I want to say, let's see. Yeah, 36 grit angle grinder. Man, this thing tears up this pine wood, and it's great. The problem is I just bought a new angle grinder, and it's battery powered, and it only lasts like 20 minutes, just continuous grinding. So what I've been doing is I've actually cut these pieces out like this, and then I have this tool here, just this planer, and I've been shaping it with this thing. And just very, very simple, just going through and shaping it into the circle that I need. When this is a complete square, you just kind of start at the very edge or the very corner, and you just work that corner down, and you just kind of just keep on changing the angle at which your tearing away this wood. So you kind of might do this kind of angle, you might do this kind of angle. You just kind of go around until you kind of achieve this circular pattern here. So it's not perfect. It's pretty good, but it's not perfect. But what I'm doing is I'm shaping it with this tool here, this planer. I'm not sure what the actual name of this tool is. It kind of looks like a cheese grater on this side, but it works great. It's absolutely amazing. I don't even know if this is mine, to be honest. I don't even know where I got this, but I found it and it works. So that's what I've been using. And then I use this guy to just kind of clean everything up. And so that's what I've been using with all of these pieces, rather than getting dowels and spending, I mean, honestly, guys, it's like $30 for each ridge pole. $30, if not more. The last ridge poles that I used, the one that I just showed you, that was, I think $30 per each one, but it's actually shorter than what I'm using now. That's why I'm not reusing this stuff. These guys are 15 feet long, so it's quite a lot more than what I used before. I think these guys are in total like 12 or 13 feet long. So what I've been doing is I've been shaping these ridge poles. I'm not sure if I can show you here because it's already kind of almost set up. Yeah, you can kind of see it there. What I've been doing is that I've been shaping them like this, and it's great because the back, I don't need to put any type of pin or anything like that in the actual dowel, because it's flat back here. That's the back point. So all I need to do is just put one pin right here, and eventually I'll drill a hole there and have the pin, but that's it. That's all you need to do. So rather than having 12 pins or a little more than a dozen pins, I just have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6. That's it. That's all I need. So it's way easier, a lot easier to manage. Also, if you can see back here, maybe, the ridge pole for the top, I'm actually using a 2x6. And so I actually made like a zigzag. If you can see, the pole, the actual dowel part is right there. And then it came down, and that's the piece that butts up against these guys. And then I have the rest of it down here. And what that does is it kind of holds the fabric for this tent. Now this tent right here was made by Panther Primitives. It's awesome. I love it. But it is a little different than what I've used before. I've never had the ridge pole to actually go through a sleeve down at the bottom. But that's how they made them. It's going to make it super taut and very tight, very nice. So it'll be awesome once it's done. It's just a little different than what I've used before. So I'm still kind of working on it, still making it. It's working really well. I really like it. But that's it so far. I'll make another video once I'm closer to done. But if you have any questions, just let me know. And I know a couple people are planning on buying tents this season. So these Panther Primitives, they last forever. I think one of our members, Cameron, he said his has been going for 10 years strong, and it's still great. And when I first unboxed this tent, I mean, it was incredible, absolutely incredible. You can just feel how sturdy it is. You can feel how waterproof it is. I'm super excited. The only thing I'm a little worried about is the breathability. So when we're actually camping inside the tent, there's not going to be a whole lot of airflow. And that might be a little uncomfortable in the summer seasons, but it sure beats being wet. And that was the main thing that I'm worried about is being wet when we're getting rained on, because most of our events we are getting rained on. So this is what I'm working on. I'm working on these guys. I'm working on the ridge poles to go across the bottom, to go across the base here. That's the one I'm working on right now. And I guess I'll make another video once I'm done with it. So talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Skål.